What's going on, my fellow folks? You already know. This is a beta male police, indeed, Mr. AKA Live Free. Now, today's topic is going to be about how men are basically they are shamed within society. They are pressured because misery love company of having kids, or if they are 30, 40 plus, or even 50 without kids, and it's a red flag to women. Now, let me say this really quick before I get to these clips. If you are a man with freedom, in today's society, you will be judged because your freedom is something that they want. Your freedom is something that they want you to jeopardize because they didn't cherish their freedom. Now, with me being the age of 38 with no kids, it has been a blessing. And no, I'm not against any man or woman having a child in this society. I just love my freedom more. And I will never pressure anybody to do things that I agree with. So, for instance, there's women on TikTok and all social media platforms that is basically getting on camera and they are telling men that if you don't have kids by by the time you turn 30, you are a red flag because you don't commit to anything, you don't love anything, you are selfish. Now, before I get to this clip, I want to say this also. You need to be the most selfish man in this world. Because think about it. If you didn't have anything and you were struggling with one or two or three kids, nobody would come to your rescue. So now that you are on top of the world, you are enjoying your hobbies, you are child free, you are living free. Now that you are selfish and you taking care of yourself. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and get to this clip really quick here. So we have a lady, and let's go. We're gonna go ahead and hear what she have to say, and I'm gonna talk about it. So without further ado, let's go.
Have we reached a level of transparency where we're willing to admit that men over 40, 45, and 50 that's never been married and don't have kids who say that they wanted to be married and have kids, but it never happened because they never met the right person, that there's something wrong with them? Are we at that point in society? Um, are we at that point in society where we can admit that there might be some commitment issues or emotionally unavailability, detachment issues, or mommy issues, or issues?
Now, as you heard that lady, now this is what I'm talking about. It has to be some type of commitment issues. It has to be some type of flaw just because you don't want to be a single father, just because you don't want to be on child support. And most importantly, that you don't want to be alienated from the child that you bear and you help create in this world. Because majority of men, I believe it's only 17.5% of men that have full custody of their kids. And the only thing that I say marriage is good for is for the children. Now, this lady gets online and she are shaming the men 30, 35, 40, 50 that don't want any kids. Everybody don't want kids because they see the chaos, they see the misery that people go through by having kids in this society. They see, and also most importantly, the kids are not cheap. It is very expensive to create a child in today's society, in today's economy. So if you are a man and you child free, you better stay that way because you are not missing out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get over to this next clip here. And this one says, agree or disagree. Men over 30 without kids don't truly understand what commitment is. So let's go ahead and get to this video. I'm gonna talk about it. Let's go.
It's not a red flag, but it's a halt for sure if a man is childless
Yeah.
or has never been married.
Why?
Because I feel like, have you really fully ever really committed to anything in your life?
So okay, right? So commitment. Are you saying that a committing to a relationship
Like, I just feel
holds
like
a higher regard than committing to maybe like his job?
Yeah.
You know what
no,
I'm
no,
saying?
no.
I had a
I'm
job
saying it
15
like,
years.
yeah,
That's a commitment.
but you committed to a job. What I'm saying is, it's hard being in relationships, and for a fact, I know a man that has a child or has been in a marriage, especially a long-term marriage, even if it wasn't successful, understands what it is to be in something even when you don't want to be there. And I feel like when you don't have a tie to something, you can make those decisions. Like, I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you introduce kids, when you understand the depths of having a child or being married, you view things differently. In my opinion, I want a man with kids. I want to see how I have kids. I want to see who you are as a father. I don't have the time to be gambling to figure out who you are as a dad. That's something that I need to know how you. This is the thing about the devil you know thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I have kids.
Yeah.
So there's a part of needing to know certain things before I enter into them because of the sake of it's not just me. There's
All right, there you have it. There you have it, gentlemen. So, what I want to quickly say is that women want you to commit so that way you can give up your freedom, you can give up your power, your control. Once you commit to something, you no longer have that ability to break free. And once you invest into it, that's when the power goes over to the woman. Now, in today's society, men don't even take women seriously no more. They don't take them serious. And I say it's all women because all women have the capabilities of turning you into a Tyrese, turning you into a Tom Brady, turning you into any man that went to the court and lost custody or lost some money, some assets, what may have you. Now, I love the way that she mentioned that I want to see what type of man you are when you get married or when you commit. Now, this is the trap that all women do. They want you to be invested. But men are looking at social media, they are looking at family members, they are looking at close friends, and they are looking at society as a whole, as a complete. And they don't want no parts of it. They see what happened when you commit to a woman. And like I said before, you shall always live free and you shall always use women for one thing, and that's sex. The only thing that you can jeopardize in this world is your freedom, right? And also, there is a lot of entities of philosophies that's going on around these social media platforms. You have the red pill, you have the black pill, you have monk mode, you have MGTOW, you have the free agent, and also you have the incels. So collectively, these men have seen things or been through it themselves that they don't want no parts of it anymore. And it's crazy and it's funny at the same time that everybody knows the definition of insanity, but you still get men out here looking for good women. You still get men out here looking for the 10% or 15% of women that won't do them dirty. And like I said before, once you look at women as all women because you have the capability of it, you will live a better life. When you continuously to search, and you keep that Bluetooth signal on, it's gonna drain your battery even faster because you looking for a connection. You still looking for a commitment. And that's what a Bluetooth does. When you turn it on, it's going to continuously to look for connection. But when you are a free man. You've been through the bullshit, and now it's like, hey, it's time for me to live for myself. You going to quietly turn off that Bluetooth signal, and now you have more energy because yes, we are batteries. So even with the men that been married like myself, it is a no-go. I will never go through that lifestyle again because I've been through it. I lived through that pain. I'm not going to keep doing one thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. People know the definition of insanity, but when it comes to them finding good women, that is also insanity. They don't want to admit that, but it's true. And last but not least, before I get to the second video or the third one, she mentioned the word devil. That's another trap that women love to do. They love to say they are God fearing women. They are God fearing this and that. Me, I have no I have no complaints over anybody's religion, but when you start to take your religion and use it as a weapon, I say throw that Bible in the trash. Throw it in the garbage. Because there is no religion in court, there is no religion in child support, and there's no religion within alimony. God is not in that courtroom, and they are not going to pray. They're not going to pray. They are going to prey for your money. That's the type of pray that they're going to do when you get yourself contrapped in those systems. So the only smartest thing that you can do as a man is to stay away from the system. That's where all the power that's going to be absorbed from you. So I tell men on my channel to stay free, live free, enjoy your hobbies, stack your money up, invest, take care of your body, work out, and only use women for one thing because all men wants it, and that's sex. You don't have to take them out on numerous of dates. You don't have to commit to a woman within relationships or a marriage or even having a child. When you continue to do so, don't get mad at the men that kept their freedom and their peace because they didn't have to do all of that to get women in the first place. Now, let's go ahead over to this next video here. All right. So we got a man here. So it says 30 years old with no kids. So without further ado, let's go ahead and listen to the video and I'm going to talk about it. Let's go.
Y'all don't know how many times I've personally heard that if a man is 30 years old without a kid, that's a red flag. Maybe I'm 30 years old without a kid because before I make a woman have my baby, I want to make her a wife first. My bad. My bad for taking having a kid serious. My bad for wanting to commit and be married to somebody before I have them pop out one of my babies. Like, y'all do know that there's black men out here that want to be husbands. Y'all know that, right? We not extinct. We out here. We just let y'all have the little gender war shit, but we really out here. Y'all do know that there's men out here who don't just go busting in every girl that got a pretty face and a nice ass. We exist. Sorry to tell y'all. Sorry to bust your bubble of black men getting all these women pregnant. Sorry to bust y'all bubble. And even when I do meet my person, before I just go have a baby with her, I still want to experience that one-on-one time with her. You know? And don't get it twisted. It's always been black queen. I want to get married to a black queen. I want to have a baby with a black queen. It's getting to the point where it's like, take me where the love at. You see what I'm saying? Wherever I'm going to be loved, where I'm going to be accepted, wherever I'm going to be respected, take me there. Because I'm trying. I ain't got all the money in the world. I don't drive the nicest cars in the world. I got the biggest house, bankroll, goddamn, taking trips here, goddamn week. I ain't doing all that, but I'm trying. I'm a trying man. I just want to find my wife before I have kids. That's it. No red flags. I promise you, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. So there you have it right there. It sounds like this guy is being pressured to have kids. He's being pressured to get married. And like I said before, salute to him for staying child free or kid free. But there's still people that actually have hope in this society. They still are looking for love. They still think there is actually good women left that's gonna love them. Once you are already 30 years old, you're gonna be 40 still looking, 50 still looking, 60 still looking. By my because I'm in my late 30s, I just gave up. I gave up. I'm not looking anymore. I'm gonna put the rest of my years invested within myself. I'm done looking. I snapped out of that reality when I turned maybe 31, 32. It's just not for me. And I don't blame, like, I'm not trying to shame men of trying to look for love. But if you didn't find it now, you're never going to find it because all women are capable of doing the things that you are running from. Just remember that, right? So, last but not least, I'm going to go ahead into this last clip that I have here. And we have another one. Another woman are trying to tell men if you don't have any kids, you're 30 plus, you are a huge red flag. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this video. Let's go.
Why are you single? Or why
Damn,
are
you 35 with no kids?
with no kids? That's a red flag
That's
for
a red
me.
flag. Sorry.
I'm not
35,
gonna
no
lie.
kids, red flag. If you was with somebody for 5 years, you have no kids. Like, those are red
those
flags
are red
for
flags.
women.
No, if a man was really trying to
Conversation.
wait until marriage and stuff,
Yeah.
I would know that off of your
A real
the way that
conversation
you
to what?
moved in the past. Like, you're not just gonna be fucking the whole
35,
city and then
36.
talking about, oh, I was waiting to get, no,
To have a
nigga.
kid, you was in a relationship for 5 years and you ain't have no kid.
That's
with
a
this
problem.
lady and
Why
you're
are you
35?
not in
That's
people
crazy.
and just making a good? That means you have no sense of commitment
No,
at all.
At all.
I'm scared of you. A 40-year-old, he told me he ain't have no
Have
kids.
no
I said,
kids.
you ever been married? No.
That's a red
Scared of
flag.
you.
What's wrong with you?
I'm scared of you.
Because that means there's more to the story. That means
Yeah.
either one, you have commitment issues. Two, you probably got anger issues just off the
Yeah.
top. There's something mentally wrong with you. Like, you have certain things that you gotta figure out. You're 40 years old without no kids,
No type
without
of commitment,
no commitment,
no
never been
long-term,
married, never been
like, that's
engaged.
crazy.
That's wild.
And like I said before, it's something wrong with you. There's always something wrong with you. And it's one key word that every video had, and that's commitment. Once you commit to a woman, you are slowly losing your power. You are losing your control. You are losing your focus for yourself. That's why women want you to commit so bad, because they want that control from you. And once you commit to one woman, just because you have one woman, that doesn't mean that woman that you committed to have one man, right? And also there's a lot of women that's online telling you that they are single until married. So that means they can have fun, they can do what they do, they can ride the merry-go-round, or however the red pill say it. And once they need a break from that merry-go-round, if you know what, if you know, you know, you are the guy that they are going to settle down with. If they have any STD scares, you are the guy that they are going to settle down with. If they have any ghost babies, you are the guy that they are going to settle down with. You are going to be a husband. You are there just because she needs a break from her 3 or 4 life, right? So that is all I got for today's topic. I will be going live later on. Make sure you tune in. Also, my Patreon is in the link in the description. If anybody wants to go down in the Patreon, it's $5, and it's all exclusive, uncensored, and unfiltered. But please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and make sure you give me a thumbs up. Without further ado, this is the Beta Male Police. I appreciate y'all for reaching out, but it ain't shit else we got to speak about. Hey, y'all take care out there, man.